Hello everyone, my name is Sai and welcome to the channel. In today's video, let's explore Linux troubleshooting commands and some basic Linux commands. Every DevOps engineer should know. Just make sure you watch the video till end. Let's get started into your video section. Let's start with the most probably used the Linux troubleshooting commands. The command is top command. What we will execute. Now here you can see the PID of the particular service. You can see who has initiated the process, or who has executed the command. And here also we can see the CPU utilization, memory utilization of the particular service, and which commands use it to initialize the process. This is a command to check all the details. Then exiting and using another command like htop. What if I enter if I execute this command? Let me check. Okay, you can see here, you can see the information in colored format. Htop and top are the same commands. In htop, we can search here and we can recognize the things very easier than the top command. This is the use of top htop command. Coming to the next most popular command, netstat -na. Okay, let me execute this. And let me check the output what it throws. Okay, here you can see uh, the command started from here. It checked the active internet connections and service established, and it shows the local IP addresses and the port numbers as well. Okay, but it was so messy, it was so long, and it was so lengthy. Now we make uh, some changes like netstat -na. Then we can use other command also -t-u-l-l-e. Let me check what happens if we collaborate two commands. Okay, here also we can see from here. It shows also the IP addresses, the static IP, the state is listening, the established state, etc. These are the things we get to know about when we are executing the commands. It shows the both are not same. The first, the command was like it shows here the much information than the other thing. It showed here the port numbers, everything, the IP of the particular processes. Here it showed in a single line, a particular service only. So these commands are useful for most in the troubleshooting cases. What happens if I execute ss -tuln command? Okay, let me check. It displayed the output in the you can say brackets. It's normal bracket. What here also this service is listening, this service is unconnected and which is working and with which port number. Here it says the port number 68 is already using and the 323 and the 22, and these are the port numbers which already using. So that if what if I execute ss tulnw, I have changed here. Earlier it was p. Now I am changing it to w. Okay. Here it was so it will look like also messy in a bracket format, which shows the separate PID everything. But here when I executed this w command, it shows in different format. So that when we are executing some command, any commands, the typo is much important because if we do some mistake, the output will be fully changed. Coming to another command for checking processes, we use the ps command. Okay, in this we can now find the much information. It shows like some what the PID number and the TTY etc. and the time. If we need to get the much information about the particular command, then we can use this icon here. Then enter. Okay. Okay. When I scroll in here, you can see the user who had executed the command in the PID and the process ID and the time taken to list the things. Here you can see which command is executed to give the output. What happened? This is for a particular services or only to visible to a machine. Now I need to execute SSH in my system, then I can use psaux command. It will display everything what is running my system. Okay, you can see here one command called tcpdump. We will discuss it in the next command itself. Okay, let me check out this. Okay, it is also showing that who has executed the PID, the CPU, and the memory utilization by a particular process, and the start time the command. Here you can see these are the differences between the psaux and auxf command. What if I use, if I list the things in tree format, then I can use pstree -p command. Okay, if you see here, you can, it is in a tree format, the GSS proxy connected to the GSS proxy and this particular services and the SSHD 2015 like this. It shows in a tree format from everything and the system the commands. It is in a tree structure. In the tree helpful to see the output in the tree structure. Okay, let me move to the disk usage of a particular file or particular machine. Then we can use directly df command. Let me see the output if the command works or not. Okay, if I use the df command, it shows the file system and the items, the dev folder, etc. But the usage and memory use, cannot understand because it's like 40. If the 4096 is 4 MB, it's fine. But what about the 463276? Now we can execute the command in the human readable format. Then we can use df-h. If you see both the outputs, then you can see here I mentioned earlier it's called 4 MB. And what about the 436276? Then it's called 453 MB. We taken the size. So the particular thing when you are executing, it could be understood by the user. So that we use the hyphen h. Hyphen h is for the human readable format. Then we can use it cost the 0% memory, 1%, 20%. The total available space is 8 GB. The folder has used only 1.6 GB and 6.4 GB is available. It uses around 20% in percentage format. It is 20%. So these commands are very useful and we can use for the particular format also. Then we can use df hyphen th and we are typing the T as capital. Let me check what happens. Here you can see it is the information is listed in MB format. You can see like it also mentioned the type. The capital T is for type. Here in earlier it was only file system size, user available, etc. Here it showed the type of the particular folder name. Like this, we can change some variations in the particular commands. Then we can check the disk usage and we can erase the documents like the 1 month earlier. If we need it be out of storage, then we can use the particular commands. Coming to another commands for seeing the memory information of a particular process, then we can use the process memory info. Let me check the output comes or not. Okay. In this also you can see this is a total memory, this is the other services memories, etc. Same that we can use like cat proc cpu info. Let me watch it. This will work or not. Okay, it is also showing the CPU utilization of the particular CPU memory of the particular services. Okay, the processor, the vendor, the CPU family. It contains the 6 CPU, 6 family, and the model. It is my laptop version code. This is the model name. So that we can see in which command what the output is been coming. And this command it was so long. We need to type cat then proc then CPU info. Except than this, we can have a simple command like ls CPU. Let me check what happens. Okay, if you see, it is also displayed the same, but in different manner. Here also you can see the model name, the platinum, the ROM. RAM, etc. Everything. Here also it displayed the CPU family like 6. Here we are having some basic commands which will help us to do some things. If we need to see any blocked devices, the blocked apps, then we can use ls blk hyphen f. Let me check this will work or not. Okay, if you see it is also in a tree structure. These are the blocked devices. We can say blocked services. Ls blk will work for particular commands. Let me remove this. Okay, clear. Then what if I need to check for a particular log section? Then I can use the journalctl command. Journalctl -xc. It will display all the information about the logs, the error logs we can say. You will quit the session like these are the commands to list down the entire logs from a particular machine or particular service. Okay, let me go to another command. Here also a command called checking logs like this only. DMES message. We can then I am executing the new uh, character called pipe. This numbers means pipe. Then tail. Tail means the last letters. If I executed the tail without any extension, it will recognize last 10 letters, 10 lines only. You will see the output. Okay, it was the last 10 lines of this particular output. What if I executed, if I need the first 10 letters, then I can use that DMSE, then 5, then head. It will display the top 10 lines of the particular code. Here we can see the kernel version, the GNU, the Linux version, everything. You can see the IP address also as well. For seeing the IP addresses, we have another command. Earlier, we can see like APADR. It will, I think it will work or not. Here, if I enter the IP address, it will show in a colorful manner. Like we can recognize easier than the other one. I will show other which look like. If is a command to list all the IP addresses. Here you can see the IP address 172 it was listed in a colorful manner and where it was only in the black and white screen. Here you can see 172.3123 by 2020 is the PADR range. Then you can see it was in only gray manner so that some commands are there. In it we can understand easier. And here you can see what is ENC5. It is a log. We can access to check the log if the particular service has some latency something. If a client and ask to you, there is a latency in the service. So that what how can we do this? We can pick by using the command tcpdump hyphen I. Then we can enter the name here mentioned like ENS file here. ENS file. Let me check the output. It was continuously running. You can see the scroller here. If we need to quit, then we will enter control C. Then it will drop. These will be in max thousands of series. So that we use more tail command or head command to check the particular series. These are the section it contains all things about our kernel or our IP addresses, everything. We talked about IP. Okay. What if I use the IP root command? What it displays? It will display earlier also same, here also same, but here it is in a root format, like a root table like this. Let me second. Okay, friends, sorry for the interruption. Let me some let me check another commands like ping, the traceroute, the IP address. Just we discuss it right now. What happens if I enter the ping command, ping and the extension name called google.com. Let me check. It's showing the latency. Here you can see it is 1.23 milliseconds. It was 7.95 milliseconds like it. there is a latency, so that we use the tcpdump command to check the details. Okay, this was connected successfully. The ping command is to check the connectivity between the remote servers. Okay, here only the google.com is not like that. We can use any server name. Let me check the facebook.com. It will run like this only. It was taking the lesser time than the google.com. Here you can see it was 0.0778 something. Let me stop. Let me go to another command. Here I am having some troubleshooting commands. We can already we have used the command traceroute, then the IP address, then the IP route. Okay, let me execute once again the traceroute. I will show the differences between the each ROU to A route, then google.com. Okay, if you see here, this is one of the pattern. This is one of the pattern. So that there are many commands. Okay, let's discuss them to the another services. Here it is a main thing to any for troubleshooting the services and starting a service. These are the main commands. This one often is system CTL status. Let me install one package. Let me go to my GitHub repository. Here you can find the GitHub repository of mine where it is designed for the Linux DevOps engineers. It contains the Linux handbook, the full information about. You can see the basic one, the foundational Linux amount, the basic commands, then the user add and the user permissions. Then the level 2 means the daily DevOps task. Because if in your organization you are repeating the task day by every day, then what is the purpose of doing? Then we will introduce some cron jobs in the voice automation scripts. By that the task will be easier. It will done automatically without any manual intervention. These are the some firewall and log rotation commands. Okay, and coming to the end, why this handbook? Why you need to look into it? It is specially designed for the DevOps engineers, the software engineers, and the platform teams, etc. It contains the Linux foundations. It automates your daily tasks, operate production workloads. It applies to a real world and hardening practices. If you in your free time, please check out about this repo. Let me install one package. Okay, in the level one basic, I have some. I think I have some packages like install.sh. Okay, let me install the Nginx server. Let me check what happens. It was designed for the particular not only a Linux server for Ubuntu everything. So that here we mention the APT as well of DNF. DNF will work in the Linux level and the APT will work on the Ubuntu level. So the script is prepared for everyone, not for a specified user. Okay, let me clear the screen. I will add a file like nginx.bash. Here .bash is the extension is necessary for naming convention when you are using a particular bash script. If you are using any other script like cron and csh, then you can mention like csh like .bash, .bsh like sh, etc. Let me open. Let me type enter I2. I, by typing I, you can get in the insert mode. Here you can see I'm simply pasting the command. One second. Okay, let me remove this and let me paste again. Okay, here if you see, here it was designed. Here also I will explain about these things. The Java, the OpenJDK is for the Ubuntu level, not for the Linux. In Linux, we can install the Java by just clicking install Java. Okay, in these scenarios, I have given the two names like Git and Nginx. With a simple script, we can install multiple packages in a single time. Let me save the file. Let me give the permissions to a particular script. We use the 755, then Nginx. I've given the permissions to a particular script, then I will execute by it is a dot slash is a bash format to execute any script. Then we can use the nginx.bash. Let me check what happens. If you see something is running in the backend and complete, it already completed and created a symbolic link. In earlier we used to ln-s command to create any symbolic for a particular service. Okay, let me go to here. You can see it was installing the Git and Nginx simultaneously. Let me check the status as we discussed for the command itself. status nginx. Okay, if you see, if the service is already running, because here already in the previous script we have enabled the nginx service, so it was already running. Okay, if how we can verify if the particular service is running, there is an option we can copy our public IP from the EC2 instance, then copy to a local web server and enter colon, then the 88 is the port number for the Nginx. By this, we can verify the either service is running or not. It took some time, or else we will restart the service, then we will check q system cpl nginx dot service is not necessary, only nginx we can do. Okay, here we restart the service. Let me refresh this page if I got any welcome page or not. Okay, let me wait for some more time and let me execute some more commands. Then after we will look into it. Here, this is the one, the most popular command in the troubleshooting. This is a list of open files, open ports. We can also say. Let me execute things. What will be the output? lsof hyphen I. Okay, if you see here, the occupied ports, the MTPA, the PIDs, the type, the IP address version, everything. And here we can see it was listening the which ports are occupied by the services. We can see in the particular output. Okay, what we executed without I, like lsof. Let me check the command will be executed or not, or else any command errors. If you see here, you can see all the services which already occupied the port numbers. It is in a lengthy manner. You can see, so that we need extensions to check for a particular service is running or not, or is the port number is open or not. Let me move to another commands. The last command is also necessary, because if any in an organization, if anyone is doing something and this is simply logged out from the particular machine, then we can see who has logged out on the particular system. Then you can see this is my EC2 user and this is the port this is the IP addresses, this is a time in which I am already running, this is the set, it is already running from the starting stage. Like this, you can see which the user is logged in, the things he made, the messy things he made, you can also see in the particular section. Okay, coming to the another some linus commands. We already discussed about the what happens if you collaborate these two commands. It will show that these all the ports and the numeric values and the port numbers, like this. Here is explanation is available in the my repository. If you need, you can look into it. Here there is another tool called dig. What happens if I use this command dig at the rate, or else we will check once in which scenario, in which output it will use, like google.com. Okay, if you see, it was in a clear manner. It was in the google.com and the IP addresses, okay, etc. And the server time, how much time it taken to give the output, and it was the other the server when, etc. Everything who has accessed, like this. What happens if I use the command again, or else uh, let me show the difference between both two commands. It's enough. Okay, it was connecting continuously while I am stopping, but in this scenario it was already digged from the command called dig. It shows already output from a particular scenario. Okay, let's move to another commands. I think it will not work. It's showing from much time, it's showing the same thing. Let me paste once again, then colon, then 80. I think the end of the session. Okay, we got it. Here you can see welcome to engineering. It is a web server, so it doesn't have any dynamic pages, etc. It is static method displays for all the users in a single simply manner. Okay, by this way we can see that the service in our machine is started or not. If I need to stop any service, I use the systemctl stop engines start stop. I think so. It will not work because there is not a command to stop any services. The stop is not used to stop any command. We have the system start, enable, restart, disable. Here you can see a command, the disable systemctl disable disable nginx. Okay, it will work. It is also remove the symbolic link earlier it was created, and let me check in the refresh the browser either it will work or not. It is already fixed. Okay, it was some latency and taking some taking some more time to execute the operations. Okay, we already beware of dig command. We use another command called nslookup. I think I have no idea I had executed earlier or not. So that executing again, it is also showing nothing. We need to add the extension. We need to add ns lookup space google.com. Let me check it will work or not. If you see, it also showing in a particular detailed manner. These are the IPv6 addresses. These are the IPv4 addresses per particular server. There are many commands to similar way. It will display the same. Let me check out some more Linux commands. They should be already completed the top, htop, pstree, kill, the memory. We have completed this command also. The memory information, the disk file, etc. We have also executed the command journalctl to check the logs with the system errors. We also use the same command. Here we executed the without the hyphen 50. Hyphen 50 means it will display the 50 lines of a particular the message like this. We have done these both the services. Here we can see if any services has failed from starting or enable the services. We can just simply execute this command to check. Here you can see unit load active sub description. 0 units loaded successfully because we are having only a package of nginx and it was successfully running. There are not any uh, units listed, so that we are using the particular command. Let me have one more command called nmap. If you enter the nmap, it's showing the command not found. Then we need to install some packages by using called install nmap. Hyphen y. Hyphen y is the permission I'm giving directly to install the service. Here if you can see it was installing the nmap service. Let me execute this command. What will be the output? Okay. If you see here, there are much options. The nmap command is also used to know the things. You can see the IP addresses, the range, etc. Here in the documentation also I mentioned the purpose. It was going to Docker section, then I will leave it. Okay, here it scans ports on a system. Just now we executed the command nmap like this. Here it is a uptime. Uptime command is to display the uptime from how much time we are using the particular service. Here simply uptime. If you see, it is a user to user the load average everything etc. From using them this much or this much time. Clear. Let me quick check once if I missed anything, or else 1 second. We already discussed about the tail, less, grep, etc. Less means it use the file in a detailed manner without lengthier. We can use the page by page patterns. Then lsof, journalctl, free df, tcpdump. These are the top 10 commands which every engineer should know. I will attach these in my GitHub repository as well as please check out and learn the things. Okay, I think here we forgot about one thing for the cron jobs. For that we have particular website. We can learn the cron jobs how to execute something. I am using the particular website to execute the cron jobs. Cron jobs means if I already executed a script of Nginx, if it shouldn't it need to run on every Saturday something, then we can give the cron job like this. Then it will run for a particular time which we provided without the manual intervention. So the cron jobs are useful to make the things automate. Okay, this first star is used to indicate the minutes, and second star is used to indicate hours. Third star is used to indicate day, and the fourth is month, and the fifth is the weekday. Weekday means 0 to 6. Here you can see. Here you can see 0 to 6. 0 means Sunday, start from Sunday, Monday, like this. Okay, if a script should start on, okay, my question is, I think a script should be run for every 2 minutes. Then how can I execute the cron job? If I enter there 2, it shows that a minute 2. For every hour, for second minute, it will execute. Like here, you can see the next. If you click here, you can see how much times it will run. In the 14th means the 2 o'clock second minute, the 3 o'clock second minute, the 4 o'clock second minute, etc. My requirement is I need to run for every 2 minutes. Then I can use like star slash. If you see here, it will run for the my screen. My already system time is 1:55 p.m. You can see 1:56, the 58, then 2 o'clock, 2, 2, 2, 4. So that we need to use the cron job for processes doing much easier than the others. Here, for every reboot or for every system the on and off, we need to execute some commands. Then we can simply use like @reboot. Here it displays for after rebooting. For every reboot, the script will be run. Always the service will be installed. It also mentioned in my GitHub repository as well. Like in intermediate, you can see a section called cron, and you can see the examples of cron tab. Here are the 3 scripts which I earlier entered in the git push to the git repository, and you can see star slash 5 and the other stars to as well as giving the path and the script name what should be run. Health check for every 5 minutes. It will check the health for every 5 minutes. So that cron jobs are also very useful in these scenarios. I think we end up the session. I hope someone has learned something in this video. Thank you for this day. I am stopping my recording.